When the pH is 7, then it's a case where the sample is neither acid nor base. But less than 7, it's an acid, we say. More than 7, it's a base all the way.
Welcome to one of the past HSC exam question videos. In this exam question video, we're going to cover this exam question, which comes from the Ester chapter. While in a second, I'll read the actual question. Once you read the question, you have about 5 seconds to pause the video. Once you've paused the video, attempt the question, then press play when you're ready. The question itself says, describe how to prepare an Ester in the school laboratory. Include a specific safety precaution in your answer. That's worth 3 marks. So when you're ready, pause the video and attempt the question. Welcome back. So it says describe how to prepare an Ester in the school laboratory. So that would have been about the first investigation you did in class. It also says to include a specific safety precaution, and that'll get you a point as well. So in that case, we have to talk about how you did it. So we did the whole, we've got an alkanoic acid and a alkanol in a flask. You should maybe have also named which alkanol and which alkanoic acid you used, possibly even the amount, if you can remember the amount that you used as well. Then you would have added a catalyst, so sulfuric acid. Then you would have also added boiling. You might have used boiling chips, quite possibly. You would have had your reflux condenser. You would have had some sort of hot plate as well, or some sort of heating device. So a heating device, hot plate, or probably not a Bunsen burner, which is so those are the things you should have probably mentioned. And then a safety precaution as well. And what they mean by safety precaution is, for example, if you used a hot plate, why do you use a hot plate and not a Bunsen burner? That's the whole safety issue itself. So in the answer itself, I said, so we used similar amounts, roughly 20 mils of alkanoic acid, and the example was glacial acid, and an alkanol, for example ethanol, and place them into a flask. So that's the first step. We have our alkanoic acid and alkanol, place them into a flask. Then we add a few drops of sulfuric acid and boiling chips into our flask as well, on top of what we have beforehand. And then I gave a reason why we use boiling chips. So boiling chips reduces sudden bursts of heat and gas, and that was a safety precaution. So here I've just mentioned a safety precaution. So basically these boiling chips are a safety precaution. Then I go over what happens next. So we connect a reflux condenser to the flask. So we talk about the reflux condenser, and heat the solution on a hot plate in the water bath for around 30 to 60 minutes. And then I go over why we use a hot plate and not why we don't use a Bunsen burner. The hot plate or the electrical heater is used instead of a Bunsen burner, as the alkanols are flammable, and using a Bunsen burner would increase the risk of explosion. So again, another safety precaution here. Because it's only worth 3 marks, it can be a quite brief description, just going over the main dot points or main points you should need to go through for that experiment. The experiment you've done would have been this one. Identify data, plan, select equipment, and perform a first investigation to prepare an Ester using reflux. And 3 marks, so you would have gotten a mark for mentioning a safety precaution, and the other 2 marks are just for correctly identifying the procedure of how to make an Ester in the school laboratory. So hope that was useful.
Thank you for watching.